catching up with all your emotions and thinking back on that game, what's standing out to you most? Is it missed opportunities? Is it the fight in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, thought we came out played really well in the second half. We got to start fast, missed a touchdown early on to Olave. So that was a big play, big moment. Got to have that one back. Just starting faster, finding a rhythm. Thought we ran the ball well all day. Man, we're close though. We're close. These games come down to the wire, and got to do what winning teams do. That's what Kellen was telling us, and if that's cleaning up. I thought our procedure was much better this week. Didn't have as many penalties. We moved the ball well all game. Just got to start faster. In those first 3 or 4 drives, and that changes the game. So back to work, but that's what we need to get better at, improve at, starting faster.
The one to Olave, you brought it up. What happened and how close was that? Did you feel like it was on your end or his end or half a half? What did you, on that kind of play, what did you think?
No, that's such a timing route. The ball's got to be out before he even cuts, which it was. Just a little too to the left. I think I had a little pressure, but, we make those throws. You got to make those throws. I can make that throw any day.
You talked about the slow starts. What do you think is the main cause of
that? I got to look back at it. I can't, I got to look at the tape and see what we did. But our emphasis of this game was stay ahead of the chains because they're going to use up a lot of time offensively on their side. So we got to start good on first down, stay in third and manageable. I think those drives, we were in third and long a lot of the time. And, it's hard to convert on those downs when they're playing with depth, in third and long. But, staying ahead of the chains. So I think that's the key.
With the 49ers fans over here, did you guys ever have to go to a sound count?
No, I just had to be really loud. They got, they traveled well, and, they had some – they were loud at one point, but we were loud enough, and I'm happy we didn't have any procedural penalties.
Just the last drive, the fumble on the last play, what did you see there? And was it just trying to make a play on?
Yeah, got to have it, fourth down. Try to step up. I think it was Bosa back there, and slipped a little bit, and they made a good play. Those sting, but. Got to have it on that fourth down. We were confident that we were going to drive the ball down, and defense gave us 2 shots at the end. Got to figure out a way to, finish right there.
You seemed a lot more comfortable in the second half. What allowed you to get in the rhythm and be able to throw a couple touchdowns in the second half?
We felt comfortable in the first half. We just had to find a rhythm. I liked how we came out aggressive. I wanted to be aggressive today. Hit a nice shot to Shaheed over the top early. Got to finish on that drive. So I thought. I love the play calling. I love how aggressive we were. Was there a few spots where maybe I could have dumped it down, and wanted to be a little aggressive? Sure, but you got to play your game. But at the same time, take what they give you. But I liked how we were aggressive towards our shots today.
Do you feel like that was more of a kind of an adjustment from the first week, or did San Francisco just give you guys the looks that allowed you to be aggressive?
Yeah, they gave us the looks, and a little bit of both. We wanted to have more explosive plays this game, and I think we did. But yeah, they gave us the looks for them and hit a few of them. Got to find a way to hit more.
What did you think of the reversal on the play with Alvin?
Such a bang play. It's a tough play. I think it was Warner made a great play on it. That's all really I got to say about that one.
You mentioned slipping a little on that last one. It seemed like that happened a few times. But was the turf something that took getting used to today?
Just got to keep your feet underneath you. I think I don't got much to say on that one, but yeah, you're going to slip in some cases, but it's such a reaction based. In that pocket, you got to just keep your feet under you and try to stay up and not slide.
I just didn't know if this surface in particular was getting.
It's a little slippery, but you got to overcome it.
Kellen said y'all were trying to. He said it was pure progression play that fourth down.
Yep.
I don't you to give it away, but what were y'all trying to get across there? I guess.
Yeah, it was either take the shot to Olave or get to the shallow coming across, or if there's a gap, run it. For me, so thought they played some good games up front. Kind of got back there quick and tried to step up and slipped a little bit, and I think it was Bosa. Made a good play.
Spencer, would you say that this is probably your best game here?
Yeah, but you want to win at the end of the day. We play this game to win. We play together. We battle every week, and we're so close as a team. I think we're doing the right things throughout the week. Our coaches have us prepared. We got to go out there and execute at a high level from start to finish. But I think there's growth in all of our games. But Just got to keep building. Got to keep building. It's that simple.
How big or special is it to go back to Jawan in a moment like that after, you guys weren't able to connect in that moment?
Yeah, no. He made a big time catch. They pressured us a little bit right there, and knew where I was going to go with the ball, and he was ready and made a big time catch in a big moment, and made some other plays throughout the game as well. And yeah, he's a baller, and got other guys that are making big plays as well, which is awesome.
He made such an emphasis in the offseason not wanting to start fast. To see him kind of do it, what does that say about him? What have you noticed from him that's allowed him to start fast?
Who?
Juwan.
Oh, yeah. Just, he's a team guy. He's a team first guy. He doesn't care if he has 1 touch or 10 touches. He's going to play the same way every time. He's going to make those big time plays. And if that's in the block game, if that's in the screen game, if that's in the pass game, he's going to step up and make those plays.
Do you take any positives out of this? And you said a couple times how close you guys were. Obviously, better overall than last week offensively. Do you take positives out of that? Maybe not right this minute.
Yeah.
Will you take positives out of that?
I mean, there is growth. I think that's a thing, but you want to win at the end of the day. It's a close game again, and all these games come down to little details, and it seems like a lot of these games come down to the wire. So we got to do what winning teams do, and just on both sides of the ball, and attack those moments when we have them. Ride that momentum and convert and make plays to keep us in the game, and get us to win these games. So I think that's going to be key going forward. Just got to keep working.
There was a couple moments in this game where you kind of used your legs. Could you kind of talk about just that ability that you have?
Yeah, I mean, I love the, if they want to drop out and leave an open lane, I'll take it. And then I love the, 4th down call Kellen called with the little RPO. Same on the touchdown to Shaheed. I thought 2 great play calls. We executed them well. And, in moments like that, you kind of got to take over and go get that first down if you have to. And, that brings a little juice to the team, to the crowd. So I want to do that more.
Kelvin Banks seems like a pretty soft-spoken, respectful guy off the field. He was in everybody's face after the lay-in. Looked like he went face-to-face with Bosa.
Yeah.
Just his demeanor on the field, and especially being tested with a guy like Bosa
Yeah.
right out the gate.
He's a dog. I mean, for a rookie to go head-to-head with Bosa, one of, if not the best edge rusher in the league, it's impressive. I mean, it's a handful to deal with. I thought we had a good plan protection-wise. They're going to make some plays. They got great players on that defense. It's a great scheme, obviously well coached as well. But Kelvin is a heck of a player, and I wouldn't want another guy out there. He's our guy, him and Tally on those edges, and they both did a great job. And yeah, it's great to see those guys run over after that late hit. To know they got your back, and I'll do the same for them.
Having back-to-back games where guys go down the wire, what does that do for a team mentally? Like, do you rally around it? Do you have to be conscious to avoid not letting it linger the next time it may happen again? Like, how do you guys kind of process it?
I mean, we see where we're at. I think that's the thing. We see where we're at. We see how close we are in these games. And like I said earlier, we got to keep harping those details, keep executing early on so we don't have to be in those situations late in the game. But, a lot of these games are going to come down to the wire. We're built for that, and we know we can go out there and finish and win games.
Going into week 3, 0-2, how are you speaking to your guys to keep them mentally sharp, ready to go as the leader of the team? Going into a big week 3, how are you going to be able to keep these guys' spirits up?
Yeah, it's not an issue with this team. It's early in the season. We're 2 games in. It's a long season. We got a lot to build on. We're coming right back to work tomorrow. We're not flinching. These guys were built for it. So I wouldn't say the vibes are down at all. We got a lot ahead of us, and we know what we can be capable of as a group, and we're going to go attack. Good. Thank you.
Thanks.